Hello students, in this session we will try to understand about various types of ovule. So your ovule is differentiated into 6 types, and these six types are mainly differentiated according to the attachment of funicle to the body part. So according to the attachment of funicle, these 6 types are differentiated. So the 6 types which are differentiated, that means the ovules 6 types are mainly your orthotropous ovule, anatropous ovule, hemitropous ovule, campylotropous ovule, amphitropous ovule, and your last one is your circinotropous ovule. So firstly have a look about your orthotropous ovule. So according to the structure, orthotropous ovule is there is a number of parts, but mainly it is differentiated into 3 types. That means the types are differentiated as I told you, that according to the attachment, that means your funicle part. So you saw that in this structure of your orthotropous ovule, 3 parts, that means 3 points, your funicle, chalaza and micropyle. These all are, that means these 3 parts are differentiated and attached in a single line. That means these 3 are arranged in a single line. These types of ovule are mainly found in your gymnosperms, most commonly found in your gymnosperms. As I repeat you that these types of ovules are mainly found in gymnosperms. In this type, micropyle, chalaza and funicle, these 3 parts are arranged in a single line. So these types of ovule are otherwise known as your orthotropous ovule. Nextly, your anatropous ovule. In our previous videos, I already told a number of things about your anatropous ovule. It is most common example and most commonly found in your angiospermic plants. These are your gymnospermic plants, these are your angiospermic plants. So these types of ovules are mostly these are upright. Orthotropous ovules are mainly upright. That means this structure look like that. This is your micropylar end, that means your mouth end. This is your embryo, and these are the integuments. If you take an example, these are your integuments, these are your micropylar end, and this is your funicle. That means it is your attachment point and it is upright structure. But in your anatropous ovule, just opposite like structure. That means it is your upright and this is your inverted. It is your upright ovule, this is your inverted ovule. So these are found in gymnosperms, these are found in your angiosperms. So in your anatropous ovule, the total structure is inverted and closely attached. That means the micropylar end, and this is your funicle. I shortly write over there. This is your funicle and this is your hilum. This is your chalazal end. These 3 parts, that means your follicle, hilum and micropylar, are arranged in a same page, and opposite to that the chalazal end is present. This is all about your anatropous ovule. It is the main feature of your anatropous ovule. Nextly we come to your third structure, which is your hemitropous ovule. In your hemitropous ovule, this is quite different. That means this is your funicle and this is your body part. Here it is your body part and this is your funicle. Here also this is your funicle part, this is your body part. But in your first structure, the funicle, the chalazal and micropylar, 3 are arranged in a single line. This is quite opposite. That means it is your upright structure, this is your inverted structure. That means the funicle part and the micropylar are opposite to each other, and the chalazal end is opposite and the ovule is inverted. This is your upright ovule, this is your inverted ovule. But in this case, this is your funicle part, this is your funicle part. You take an example like that. This is your funicle part and this is your body part. That means the funicle part over the funicle part, the body part is arranged horizontally. That means this is your total body part. So this is your chalazal end, this is your micropylar end, and the total structure is arranged in a funicle, and if you draw a line over that, it is perpendicular to your funicle part. It is 90 degree. So this type of arrangement, that means these types of arrangement structures of ovule is otherwise called your hemitropous ovule. Nextly, your campylotropous ovule. It is quite similar to these two, that means your anatropous ovule, your hemitropous ovule. That means this structure is in between that means it is your 90 degree, it is your 180 degree, that means it is opposite. If you saw that it is your funicle structure in this direction, but micropylar end in this direction. It is 180 degree, it is your 90 degrees form, it is your 180 degree form. That means these types of part, that means the micropylar and the funicle ends both are in opposite direction, but in this case it is perpendicular to the funicle. That means the micropylar end and chalazal end both are perpendicular to the funicle part. It is your hemitropous ovule. But in your campylotropous ovule, the outer structure is, that means the integuments or structures are quite close to each other. That means the micropylar end, this is your micropylar end, and chalazal end and the funicle part both are compressed and come towards a single point, and it is between your hemitropous ovule and anatropous ovule. I again repeat, the anatropous ovule and hemitropous ovule are quite opposite. In anatropous ovule it is 180 degree form, in your hemitropous ovule it is 90 degree form, but in your campylotropous ovule, anatropous ovule, hemitropous ovule, that means in between this, it is your angular ovule, otherwise known as your angular ovule, it is your campylotropous ovule. So nextly we are going to study about our amphitropous ovule. In amphitropous ovule, it is just look like your anatropous ovule, but a single change between this is occurred, that means between these two, that means it is also the micropylar end is towards lower part, but that means the integument opening is in lower part. Here is also opening is lower part, but the opening is that means there is a opening is there, but there is no opening is there. That means the total part, that means the nucellus part, the nucellus part is changed, that means the nucellus part is changed over here, and the structure, that means the embryo is bent and horseshoe like structure, that means bent structure. This type of ovule is otherwise called as a horseshoe shaped ovule. So in this case the chalazal point, that means the micropylar point is changed towards your chalazal point, and chalazal point is changed towards your micropylar point, and funicle and your micropylar point are quite opposite to each other. This is the main feature of your amphilotropous ovule. And last one is your circinotropous ovule. So in circinotropous ovule, the total structure, that means it is your funicle, the darkening part is your funicle. If you saw this structure, this is your funicle part. If you saw the funicle part, the total structure, that means this total structure is bent and torn towards, that means a single torn is going here over here. That means the funicle is have a torn over here, and there is the embryo sac, that means it is your embryo sac, and these are the integuments, and it is your micropylar end. This is your micropylar end, this is your integuments, and this is your funicle, and the funicle and micropylar end having a torn itself. So this type of ovule is circinotropous ovule, and you may take it as your look like your orthotropous ovule, but in your orthotropous ovule it is simply upright, but in your circinotropous ovule it covers, that means a single structure of your funicle is totally cover that structure, but the total embryo sac is upright and a cover is over there, that means the funicle part is over there. There is a round, that means a torn over the funicle part, that means the funicle part is rounded over the embryo sac structure and the micropylar end, and consists of the integuments. The total inner part is upright, but a single structure is over there, so it is known as your circinotropous ovule. And these types of structures are mostly found in your opuntia, that means your very common example is your opuntia. In your opuntia these types of ovules are mostly found. I again repeat, according to the types of attachment of funicle to the body part, these types of ovules are mainly differentiated, and this is differentiated into 6 types. One is your orthotropous ovule, next one is your anatropous ovule, next one is your hemitropous ovule, fourth one is your campylotropous ovule, next one is your amphitropous ovule, and last one is your circinotropous ovule. The orthotropous ovule and anatropous ovule are quite opposite to each other. That means orthotropous ovules are mainly found in your gymnosperms, but anatropous ovules are mainly found in your angiosperms. In this structure, both the part, that means the funicle, chalazal and micropylar end are arranged in a single line, and This is most common structure, and these types of ovules are mainly found in your gymnosperms, I again repeat, and in your angiosperms it is just opposite to the orthotropous ovule. That means if you saw the structure, this is your outer structure, that means upper side structure. The face is towards outer side, but the face is towards inner side over here. That means your anatropous ovule. The lower side, that face is or lower side, and opposite micropylar end is opposite to the chalazal end, and the micropylar, funicle and hilum both are close to each other. And nextly to your hemitropous ovule. In your hemitropous ovule, here is the angular momentum is, that means the angle is towards 180 degree, but here the angle is your 90 degree. That means the body part is attached to the funicle part through a perpendicular angle. That means the angle is your 90 degree. If you draw a line over here from the chalazal end to your micropylar end, it places a 90 degree angle to your funicle part. This is your hemitropous ovule. Next, your campylotropous ovule. The campylotropous ovule is in between that. That means it is your inverted ovule, and this is your perpendicular ovule, and in between that, that means the angular momentum of these two are is your campylotropous ovule. And your campylotropous ovule, the three parts, that means your micropylar end, funicle and chalazal, both are arranged in a single point. That means these are quite close to each other. And next, your amphitropous ovule. In your amphitropous ovule, the embryo sac is horseshoe shaped, and the total structure, that means your integuments part and the nucellus part, are quite bent structure. That means due to the bent structure, it is mainly known as your horseshoe shapes due to this bent structure. And in this case also, the funicle parts and the integuments parts are quite opposite to each other, and the chalazal end and micropylar end are quite opposite, and these are arranged in a single point also. This is your amphitropous ovule. Next, your circinotropous ovule. In your circinotropous ovule, the funicle make a round over the total body part. That means the funicle part, the embryo sac, integument and your micropylar end, both are arranged to the upright. That means these are in upright structure, but it contains a single loop over there. That means a rounded structure over there. This is your circinotropous ovule, and these types of ovules are mainly found in your opuntia. In our previous classes, we already studied about the male gametophytes, the female gametophyte, and male gametophyte is ready to fertilize, and embryo sac is also ready. That means the egg apparatus is also ready. In our next session, in our next part, we are going to study about the pollination. That means the formation of pollen grains takes place. Thank you.